Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samiksha Vitthal Gavande, and today's my topic is reporting ADR. So, in this topic, we will discuss about what is the types of ADR, definition and event, definition of ADR and adverse drug event, then safety reporting forms, how to report the ADR, whom to report the ADR. So, we will start the topic. Adverse drug reaction, it is a unintended and unsolicited response of the investigational new product to the reporting of drug that are administered. In other words, adverse drug reaction is the response of medicinal product which is noxious and unintended. So the adverse event means does not necessarily have to have causal relationship with treatment. An adverse drug reaction, it have response to the causal relationship between medicinal product. So the main difference between adverse drug reaction and adverse event is the causality. Then minimum valid criteria for reporting. There are mainly 4 minimum valid criteria for reporting, that is identifiable patient, reporting source, at least one adverse event, and suspect medicinal product. So first one is identifiable reporting source, identifiable patient. In identifiable patient, we include the name, gender, age, patient hospital number, and initials. Then second is the suspect medicinal product. In suspect medicinal product, we will include the batch number, brand name, dose, frequency, and route of administration. Then an identifiable reporting source, it includes the patient name, contact number, address, etc. And the last one is at least one adverse event, that is fourth criteria of minimum valid criteria. It involves the seriousness, symptoms, and outcomes. This is the 4 minimum valid criteria for reporting. Then we will discuss the unexpected ADR and serious ADR. So unexpected ADR, unexpected adverse drug reaction are those which are previously unknown and the reaction cannot be mentioned. And the serious adverse event or serious adverse reaction or suspected unexpected adverse drug reactions is an event in which the results in death, life-threatening condition, require hospitalization or prolonged existing of hospitalization treatment. Then the disability, significant disability, congenital and birth defect, and medically significant. This is the criteria for seriousness. So the next will be we will discuss the types of reporting form. Types of reporting form, there are mainly two types of reporting forms, that is voluntary forms and mandatory forms. In voluntary forms provided by regulatory authority for both the HCP and non-HCP, that is healthcare professional and non-healthcare professional like consumer, and they are directly report the ADR. And the mandatory forms are those which are, it is a compulsory by marketing authorization holder to submit the report by the regulatory authority. In voluntary forms, the example of voluntary forms is in India ADR form, and in US MedWatch FDA 3500 for HCP and MedWatch FDA 3500B for non-HCP. And in UK it is a yellow card form, yellow card. So in mandatory forms, the US form is MedWatch FDA 3500A, and in all over the world SIOMS form are used. So then we will discuss how to report how to report the adverse drug reaction, that is adverse event or adverse drug reaction reporting forms, then mobile application, uh, then websites of the regulatory agency, websites of the pharmaceutical companies, social media forums, etc. uh, and whom to report the ADR, like pharmaceutical company, sponsor, marketing authorization holders, and other regulatory agency are reporting the ADR. So, and next will be how can report the ADR. How can report the who can report the ADR, that is patient and their relatives, as well as doctors, nurses, pharmacies, lawyer and other healthcare professionals are reporting the ADR. So let's we will discuss about uh, lastly safety of reporting forms. So in the safety of reporting forms we include in India, in Europe, SIOM's one form is used. In India, suspected adverse drug reaction reporting form. In UK, yellow card. In Australia, blue card. And in US, MedWatch FDA A for voluntary and MedWatch FDA B for for mandatory forms. So it's all about the reporting of adverse drug reaction. Thank you.